Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the Land of Quester. We're continuing our New Game Plus journey, where we left off last night. We're just doing basically runs through to level up and try to get some of the missing items we had. I will apologize for my stream last night. I did let myself get overly tired, so I may have had a little less energy than I should have, but we're back at it. We're having adventures again, and we're gonna be okay. So we got an AP up. That's actually pretty good. What do I want to do? Well, this could help. I'll do that once, just because like we got the extra option. Yeah, the two things that'll happen is I get leveled up to the point where I think I can take on the final boss, or I will find the last 5 items. I'm thinking I'm gonna end up in the next New Game Plus, but I mean, it could surprise me and just hand me all 5 items that I'm missing, most of which are accessories. Cool. Yeah, if you end up watching this on YouTube, I do release one a day, but I did like 6 streams in the same day, so that is why I ended up so tired. Thing is, I'm not actually sure that the safes can give me what I'm looking for anyway. Like, I don't know. It's a little hard to tell, to be honest, because I don't know what, like, the cap on treasure is, if they can go all the way up to the highest level of treasure or not. Or if that's limited only to the special bosses. Because if it's just the special bosses, then there's literally no point hitting the chest at all. But from the chests, am getting some items that are used for my final like encyclopedia like upgrades. So like I'm still getting some things that are useful. So there's still some point to it. But if I get my whole kit out for like what I'd want to have, like 2 of like the best weapons to give me like a second chance to find them during my runs, then yes, it probably would be a waste to keep hitting the safes, but I wouldn't think I'm at that point quite yet. Kind of wish that these geode things actually could go up to the highest level because they're rare enough, but they don't. They go up to level 7 out of 9. What I can say is that our treasure hunter is finding all these safes, which does give us more opportunities. It does also mean that we're gonna have to empty out like our stuff occasionally, but like that is helping me max out my encyclopedia stuff. Because like as you can see, these pluses are the weapons I've maxed out entirely. And like these rarer ones towards the ends, like those ones I've barely found any of. Like I've only found one rib bone. But like if I max all these out, I'll be able to go, hey, I have gotten all swords. I never have to plus a sword again, you know? And then I can just categorically forget about them. But there's still some on every category that I haven't maxed out, so short of writing a list and checking it like in a document, which is probably too fiddly for what I have going on. I'm just kind of going off of what I've seen, because there's not that much documentation on the mechanics of this game. So I'm kind of just winging it off of what I've experienced. And what it presents as evidence in like the listing. And this is coming from someone that actually, I documented every single item dropped by every single monster in Shining in the Darkness Battle Edition. Like, I did that in a document. I'm not against doing that, but it does help if the games make sense in what it's doing. Shining in the Darkness' system is really easy. Monsters have one item that they drop. They don't have a drop table, they have one item. They drop it. This one, they have 3 items they can drop of a rarity that is given a numerical value, but the items themselves on the bestiary are not given that numerical value, so I don't know which items fit to which category. Like, these guys drop up to level 7, which I can start theorizing on which level ones fit in it based on what it gives me. Like in this case, it's the auto shotgun. This is level 7. I can start compiling that information as to which treasures are which item level. And the color on it is like what rarity it is. Like if I look at that, these geodes, they are not, is it this guy? It might be that guy. So they only drop up to 6. Yeah, no, this is actually the guy. He drops up to level 7. So, yeah. They drop 7, 6, and 5, but that was purple, so it was actually, I believe, the uncommon version. So the rare, when they drop a rare item, that would be the yellow one. So there's the normal blue, purple, and then gold. So you can tell which level of the dropped item rarity for their table it was. And if I was playing this for long enough, that would matter. Like for this treasure right here, this gave me the casual result, which is this. So there's probably 3 rarities of items that these treasure chests can give me. And if I pay more attention, maybe I'll actually be able to pin it down. So I can figure out what classification an item that it gives me, that might matter. So maybe the orange ones can give me the best one, but only on their least common result. Like this right here is the common result from the blue pit monster. This orange one right here, this seems to be... Oh, is there 4 levels they can drop? Let me take a look at this. Blue pit monster. What do they got going on? That's the common version. Okay. So is there an even higher level than the 3? Like, I'm just kind of confused. Maybe there's a legendary level that it doesn't even tell you. Huh. Maybe that's reserved only for boss monsters. I don't know, like it's super nebulous. Because they try to have this like color scheme for it. Like this right here is, looks like an uncommon like drop, okay? And you're probably like asking like, why do I care? It's like, cause I like to figure things out. That is what I like to do. I like to figure out how things are working. Which monster was that? It's not this one. There was one that was like that one. Where are you at? Oh well. Doesn't matter too much. So yeah, it's these guys. I gotta find these guys on the table. Towering Roundleaf. They're only level... Oh, they're level... Oh, I was looking at them. Okay, so yeah, their treasure is level 5 and it's considered rare, but still the drop is blue? Which seems weird. So like the color scheme on items is very inconsistent in my opinion. No, you're just gonna be a pain in the ass. Got him. Got one of their items. So I think these are items that I have not gotten back from my stash that are finally showing up. Yeah, so like it takes me getting a rare item to get my last items back. Like look at this nonsense. So like most of these were pretty frequently coming back, but I guess once the debris was gone, it kind of slowed down. So that I guess that's a danger of having too many items. Is getting the last ones back can be pretty difficult. And it's just a mechanic I wouldn't have known going into it. I mean, I'm fine with it. Like a lot of those items in there are unimportant, and I think I still get them. Like maybe they carry over to the next New Game Plus. So your new skill is Zombie Powder. It's not bad for you to have. That saved my ass a few times with the old man, actually. Now that I think about it. So I guess at this point I'll have to decide like if I want to keep him over the old man now. So I'm gonna compare their skills to see like what they had that was different. So you've got AP up, Eevee in this, Warrior Drug, Healing Aroma. Do they actually have anything different? I might have the exact same skills at this. No, actually, so this guy's got stun light, which we don't need. What do you have that's different? Got hide. So maybe hide is what's different. Okay. He also has EV load over here, so he has a second skill that's different. What is that second skill? AP up? Alright, so this is better because he's got AP up. So this is a better choice for us because of the AP up. So yeah, I should have switched to this. Now that I think about it. We got Zeus. We're gonna put Zeus on. Zeus level 2. Yeah. Afterburner can be switched for something more useful. I'm gonna give you another Parasite Shield. That does everything the same thing, but it also gives us HP up. And gives us defense options. So that gives us back up to that point. Cool. So this guy has a couple HP up on him, but not significant. Whereas he has a big boost in Operator and a few other stats, so like... he's more unbalanced towards doing offense. Like his offense is actually much better. Oh, hi boss. We can play with you, I guess. What do we want to do? The EV loading was pretty useful for getting more drugs, though. I'll give him that. So we're already doing Acoustic Ball. What I can do is switch the Acoustic Ball up to this character. Let's do this and see where we go with it. Like, we did a considerable amount of damage to this character. Like, that's actually really good. But I knew someone was going to die from it. Which is unfortunate, but that's kind of the way it goes. So yeah, we're going to obviously resurrect them. I think otherwise our system is going to work out well. Yeah, we're not going to be able to resurrect everyone, but like, we are going to be able to win. So what do we get? We get Huge Shuriken and Aegis. So these are level 7. I mean level 9, I mean. These are the highest level ones. So we can keep track of these being in the highest tier. So we ever get Aegis. And now that I think about it, I think I have gotten Aegis from the orange chest. It's just uncommon. So yes, the highest level can in fact drop from the chest. It's just very uncommon. So I've answered my question. So, like, this strategy is still working, it's just really uncommon. And we'll get a fair amount of things we don't need along the way, which I guess that's part of life. Honestly... this is probably fine. Because like 149 to 1 is much better than this in Acoustic Ball. Like that's probably better. So maybe this is a better plan because like their damage output is just much higher with that weapon. And I guess I could change them to have something similar going on, but this is currently fine. And I probably will look at it at least. I was kind of treating them as extras, and maybe that wasn't fair to them. So we got Gungnir. Gungnir's not a level, a super high level, but I'm gonna see at what level tier they drop that, so I start narrowing this down. So it's the Snipjaw that did it. So it's probably like a level 8 treasure, if I was to guess. Gungnir is a level 8 treasure. So it had like the yellow one, so it's probably nearest the top. So I'll start getting a sense of which are the highest level treasures. But there's an example of something I was too tired last night to start putting into words, but I was thinking it still. But these Snip Claws are actually really good because it looks like they only drop treasure. So Golden Stick is probably also a level 8 treasure. You know what? Maybe I was actually thinking about it. Maybe the color has nothing to do like with the treasure tier. Maybe it has something to do with Okay. So there's 9 levels of treasure, right? Maybe golden treasure is the last 3, like 7, 8, 9. Maybe it has nothing to do with how rare it is for that monster. Maybe it has to do with how high of a tier item it is. So maybe I was looking at it wrong. But in that case, there should be more differentiation between the different levels within that general radius, in my opinion. I'm gonna see if it stays consistent with that. But so far it seemed relatively inconsistent to me, and it's been a little hard to pin down like what that rarity like color means without more information. Because what I wish it did is on the item like description thing, it would tell you what tier treasure it is. That would be useful to me. But I do understand that most people wouldn't find that important. It might also be something subjective in the area you're in, like, something that is like ultra rare in a previous one and would have the orange tier might just be a common in this area, so maybe it changes depending on which area you're in. I'm going to keep track of that on our next New Game Plus to see if it's a different color in different ones of the zones. I don't really want to go back to the previous zones in this one to see it, but if I make it to New Game Plus in this, then I will check it out. So riot gun. It's considered a higher tier one. Yeah, now that we've basically got Shota near the highest level, I can start considering who I want to be in my final like battle lineup, and we can go give it a try. Because the Stealers are great for like leveling up and finding items, but they're not great for combat itself, so we're definitely going to replace them out for some sturdier friends. Yeah, when I go back to town, I'm gonna start sorting out the inventory again. I'm gonna look at who is gonna join the team. Start thinking about the final walk down towards the boss. Because I'll still have to level up a little bit, so I'll still have a few runs. Regardless. But most people are at least mostly leveled up because of the one live camera I've left on. That was mostly so I'd have like 40, 50 levels to get most of like the skills that they would have, so I'd have an idea on if they're developing in a way I'd want to finish. It's like I'd have no interest in having anyone that utilizes guns, because you waste a lot of turns loading the guns up in a long fight. It's probably fine for like a short bursty thing, like these combats that end up in 1 or 2 turns, but if you're gonna be fighting 4 or 5 turns, you're gonna have a bad time if you have to stop to load everyone up, so that's something I recommend keeping in mind. It'll help you have better runs, more or less. And while I'm leveling up, I can actually stop focusing on like the safes as much and focus more on looking for the boss monster, because at least they always drop level 9 items. So I can focus more on getting more purification powder from like these materials right here, because like there are items that give me bonuses to that. So I'll take off like the live camera and a few other things and change my focus up a bit. So let's start with that. So they got AP up in most of the skills you want. We're perfectly happy with our Nun Fighter. Shota's got pretty much what I want. You've got pretty much what I want too, because of the AP up and all these passive skills. So these three I'm pretty okay with. It's the warriors I need to find out which ones I want to use, because like you've got AP up and Inner Focus, which are great, so I'm probably going to use you, and you get one more skill, which can only get better. You get AP up and HP up, which is useful, but you don't get any, like... You got a wasted one on Gunfire and Dragonfly Slash, which isn't too useful. But you do get access to the better swords, so you might still be a great choice. Injustice does help you out quite often. Bloodsport could be really useful because it gives you a boost during bleeding, so you are still a possible really good tanky option. They're also a good option because they get the healing, the AP up, and the HP up, so they're probably going to actually take it over the other guy. And with the especially the fact that defense goes up as well as offense going up when roaring or using patience, probably makes this a really, really better choice than even Bob. I'm sorry, Bob. You might just not be able to compete. But like they're nearly maxed out in levels, so I don't have to do much for them. Yeah, so these guys right here are pretty good, but doesn't get the AP up or the other ones, so they're probably a dud for like what we want in the end game. These guys has some potential other than the fact that it wants to be with guns and sniping and stuff, but otherwise it's a possibility. So yeah, we're gonna move in the people we're going to use. Get you in here, and you're gonna be in here. So yeah, we're gonna go with the double detonator team, and I'm gonna take a second and get them equipped. Okay, and now we're gonna equip them up. So yeah, we're gonna take off the other equipment and we're gonna start sorting them out. So who's got what skills? So nothing you have requires that it be a sword. How about you? Nothing for you. How about you? Nope, so you just want to have something that's using the attack skill. So attack is what you specifically want. Okay. That's all. But they don't actually have something that requires... Oh, actually, they also want attack. So they both want something that specifically wants attack. Okay, so I gotta keep that in mind when I get them equipment. But look at this difference in HP. It's... Oh, well, they're still gaining levels. I guess that's fair. So yeah, we'll start from the back and we'll make them more survivable. So one of them is gonna want the Pilgrimage Stamp book, and I think it's this one because they've already got bonus HP. They're already survivable enough. So let's have them have the Pilgrimage one, because that basically shrugs off a bunch of debuffs from everyone, so it's an overall useful thing for someone to have. So yeah, we're gonna go through and look at what they can use that actually has attack on it versus slash. It's triple slash. Maybe this is the time where I want to use a blunt weapon. I actually haven't kept a lot of them around, but I kept some of the stronger ones. So this is not an attack one. This is a... yeah. Well, this has attack on it. And rapid strikes, so this might not be a bad choice. Dexterity, melee... I guess this is actually a pretty strong choice, honestly. Ripbone is actually quite nice because it has HP up as well, so this is a defensive and offensive one. So this might not be a bad choice. Just like this is another possible option because it attracts attention. But that's for a different class. But like, if I got the accessory that did it, it could work out well. This would use stun attack and not regular attack, so I don't think it would stack with that, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, let's start making choices. So you're gonna have... Huh. So rapid strikes on there again might double that stack, as well as getting an extra attack when using Roar. I think this stacks up 200 HP, so that's just a no-brainer. You're gonna have a golden stick on. And this is probably also a pretty good choice. So that gives us the choice of doing all 3 attacks, if we want to, so while they're a little weaker with this, it gives us that option. So I think this is a good choice for them. So that's one of our characters sorted out. And as you can see, they're tanky as heck. They're hard to kill. That's going to be really useful. We're going to get outfitted for fighting the boss. As for you, I'm taking a look at what options there are in the mechanical field. So mechanical axe is actually interesting. As is the Thunder Sword, because it gives dual wielding, as well as increasing our defense, so that might not be a bad choice. It doesn't give as much HP as the other one. So I may actually end up reversing theirs because they have extra HP already. But I don't know. Well, I could get some from an accessory anyway. It's like if I do this ban, they regenerate and they get more HP. So let's try to make them a little bit more of a utility fighter. Like I could give them this as well, and this might be a good choice. Nothing says we can't cultivate a second golden stick setup, so I guess that's still an option. So I can have them do a little less with their attack, like bonuses, and more with destroying our defense. It's like this only hits twice, but it has a lot of high damage, so it kind of balances out. But it has destroy armor. But this is also on this, so it's like I don't have to go too far for it. But this also raises our HP is what I'm looking at. I think that's a good choice for now. It's not ideal. I would have wanted to have another one of the other weapon. But as a start, this is not bad, in my opinion. See, now we're gonna go off and level up. I think I've got a plan in motion, though. Yeah, I think I didn't sort out our inventory enough, so I will sort that out. So this is more of a single player one, and this is more like everything ahead of us. So like with this combo, I think we're getting a little bit of everything. This is just a little less strong of a variant than this one. Like the utility pulls where this damage goes up. Oh right, and now that I have their equipment actually settled out, I can actually switch out the options that they are using a little bit. Because we want to, like this is what I'll use during the boss, but for now, we can get more items. So where's that? We got two choices, Recycler or Parasite Shield. And we're currently using the Parasite Shields on another character, I think, unless I got another one. So yeah, we're gonna get a Parasite Shield on them. Yeah, so we're gonna use a golden stick as well, so... I don't think I have another Parasite Shield, or maybe I do. I think that's just the best in-slot option for just putting on people. So basically I want to cultivate multiple Parasite Shields. Because they're just really useful for extending runs. As you can see, I get 40 materials for opening up one of these. So what that means is I'm gonna pretty much be able to wander across this entire map until I find the boss. So it took a little setup to get there, but I think it'll pay off when I win. But I'm not overly belaboring fighting those bosses. I am just leveling up till I'm ready to kill the boss. Having the extra scavengers was only important for the sake of doubling the items we were finding from those, not for what it drops. So, since I only want an entry, I don't care if it drops extras, considering most of what we're missing is accessories anyway. The extras wouldn't mean anything. So when we come across something like this, we can actually put on something that helps. No, that's right, this is the Swiss Army knife. Yeah, we gotta do something about 17 pages of nonsense. Yeah, as long as we keep hitting these like resource nodes, we'll always be topped off because 40 powder is just a lot. 40 fuel, I mean. So we can pretty much explore as much as we want to. Like 20 isn't quite enough to do it, but 40 certainly is. 30 is kinda, you lose a little bit as you go, but not too bad. Not to mention we get resources for killing enemies. As you can see, we're completely maxed out on fuel, and we're like a third or more, even more than that, way to the level. So we could pretty much clear the whole place as we wish. So we are going to get to fight the boss each time. Assuming my theory is correct that it always spawns somewhere. I mean, I always theorize that also the gem one spawns somewhere too. But there could be a chance that every time you move your screen it just appears in front of you. Like it might be created when you move rather than at the beginning of a load, but I mean, it's another mechanic that it's impossible to determine from the outside. And I know we're looping back on ourselves, but as you can see, if I actually get all three of these, it's gonna top me completely off. That's why I saved them for now. So now we can actually go back and clear the rest of these spots. Even if we don't find any bosses, we'll still get a lot of experience for doing this. So yeah, it looks like if you get to New Game +4, you'd get a better level of skills. So that could be a strategy. Like, the skills are what really makes the characters useful, so getting another skill on every character might actually make them more similar, and you could choose, like, more likely which one you want. With less choosiness like I just did. I don't know how big, like, their skill pool is. I could probably compile it if I wanted. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slow it down So +1, +1. So maybe only doesn't stack with this. Maybe I've been doing that wrong. Wait, maybe it does stack, but it just doesn't always stack, because it says a chance. It doesn't say you do get more, it says it's a chance. So I'm gonna do a little more observation before I assume it's not working. +1, +1. So far, it's always been +1. +1, so I think it might just be always and that it doesn't stack with itself, so I don't have to consider that in my choices. That might have been true for every character that had skills like that, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. That might also mean it doesn't matter if characters have those abilities, you can just get them from your weapons and it doesn't matter if you had them. Which is unfortunate if true. Some abilities stack and others do not, and it's not super clear which one they're gonna fall into immediately. Not too many places I didn't go, so the boss didn't spawn anywhere I saw. Where did I not go? I guess I didn't go up there and I didn't go down here, so I could do the circuit, I suppose. Basically, this is as an experiment to see if going everywhere gives you a guaranteed boss spawn, or if it's something that spawns like randomly when you're walking. Or if it's just occasional. Where did I not go? This left side, I guess. Go left and then up. Huh. Maybe I didn't look in the very top right corner. I guess that's also possible. There wasn't much going on up there. Huh. Interesting. Well, that should have been a full clear. I mean, I guess if there's literally anywhere I didn't check, it might be in this very bottom like corner. Guess we'll at least walk in that direction to see. Doesn't look like it. Tragic. Okay. Hopefully we got good levels out of it. Yep, that's 3. That's 4. That's 5. So maybe one more time. Protection's actually really good. 6. So yeah, once more and we'll be all set. Huh. Maybe I could do by rarity and maybe then it will do what I want. So rarity first, just gonna put the highest level items first. So I'm gonna see what it regards as the highest tier, basically. I think that this is about like the end of, like, somewhere around here is like the end of the highest tier. I think this is the next highest tier. I think this is the tier 8. So I'm gonna get rid of what I know I don't want. We'll move from there. Yep, this is gonna take a few seconds to actually chew through. Sorry, guys. Maybe Venom Striker's one to keep, because it has good skills on it. I should have considered that. I could have a second one going. There are some of these I'm uncertain of if I maxed or not, so I will sort that out after the next run. I'm just getting rid of and clearing up the ones I am certain of for now. And get this slimmed down to something more reasonable. We'll definitely go into the next New Game Plus with much more manageable inventory to find. I absolutely have way too many accessories, so this is going to take a second to chew through too. This isn't bad, but I probably don't need 2 of them. Definitely don't need as many of these as I have. Actually, I don't think I need any of them because this is actually reserved, like, better done by the Parasite Shield. So I've already got a couple of these, but I'll keep 3 of them. Honestly, I don't see a world where I absolutely need to use these, but I will keep like 1 of them for like options, with the exception being these first aid kits, because they're actually super useful in general if I don't have a better thing I find, so I'll keep 3 of them. There's like a bunch of extra drugs is always helpful for the passive healing. Like, turns I don't have to spend healing are good turns, in my opinion. So let's see closer to where we're at. So yeah, we're down to 10 pages. We got rid of 9 pages of nonsense. So let's start modifying what we can modify. We'll decide later if we want to actually keep it. Some of the stuff I did in case I hadn't maxed it out, but yeah, most of this is not actually stuff I'd want to use. I'm keeping it because I'm building towards that. But like, I'll do one more run and then I'll do a more systematic approach to setting it up. So I'm gonna be a little bit more thorough, like with my search this time, to see like if I can narrow down for sure that it does or doesn't spawn. So I'm only gonna get as many materials as I actually have to keep myself topped off. But yeah, we're gonna hit every section. I'm gonna see if it like will pop if I just go everywhere. My understanding of mobs is that they don't move unless they're in your sight. They don't chase you if you can't see them. They don't run away if you can't see them. So it shouldn't be a case that it's wandering around. Because that's not how the gem creatures behave. They don't keep running when they leave your screen. They just sit on the edge and kind of wait for you, which is pretty silly, but it is how they operate. There is also a chance that those effects of those skills are stacking, and I might have misunderstood it. Maybe it has a higher chance of working than an extra +1. Maybe I keep on expecting to see an extra +1 or a second roll, but maybe it just makes it more likely, you know? So that might still be worth in keeping it for that reason, because I didn't really have like a better in-house option, I mean. So yeah, now I think I get it. I think that the detonators might do better with blunt weapons. Because they get bonuses to just the attack skill, not slash. Yep, these big guys can drop some of the best treasure, but it's not a guarantee. It's just in their drop table at the rarest loot they can drop. Like that should have been their rarest item, because it's gold in their listing, but that's my theory. Sure, I'll top off. Planning my route out more or less. My goal is to see every portion of this map along the way. Yeah, but if I don't see it after I do this, I know I don't have to scour every part of the map because it'll just happen or it won't happen. Because I'm gonna guess then it's just a random event that happens when you move and there's nothing you can do about it. So we're gonna come back and get that anyway. I don't need to go out of my way to get that. Yeah, I didn't see anything on that one, so we're just gonna follow this down till we get to the corner. Nothing in the bottom area. Making sure I keep that in view as I go. I'm gonna check out this corner, see if it's not hiding in the middle. Nope. Okay, now we're gonna stick here. We're gonna dip down and around to make sure we get all the corners. We already saw that corner, so I don't need to worry about it. I think it would be more interesting if this boss actually spawned and tried to hunt you down no matter where you're at. That would be really cool if it hunted you from off screen, but I think it just doesn't exist until you see it now. But I am gonna go to every piece of the map that I can be seeing just to make sure I've cut out all the options. Don't want to leave any question in my head about it. We know we haven't done anything in the top portion here, so I'm gonna do my rounds. I'm gonna pick these up because I left them for this reason. Snip Snips drop some good stuff sometimes. It's not the highest level, but it's still pretty good. There you got for Snip Snip. Kukri? Fine. And we'll get that as we go through, so don't worry about it. Oh, and we're topped off. There we go. More Snip Snaps. Cool. So that's most of the map sorted. We're gonna go up here to this top corner, and then we're gonna cut around to this bottom area, and we'll be all done with our loop. change this out for the utility knife. So now we put that back. Cool. Well, that was an item we didn't have. The Great Punch-Kun. I think it's a shotgun. That's funny. This is a ridiculous weapon made by someone who decided to build on the unexpected success of Hyper Punch-Kun. As you'd expect, it has no magazine, so care must be taken when handling it. That's hilarious. Alright, so that's one of our last items gotten, and one of the last weapons. So we're just missing a mechanical weapon of some sort. And the rest will be accessories. So we're gonna go south and cut across, and then down and around, and then up. And yeah. Got a plan. Okay, that takes care of that corner. We're running out of corners, guys. Well, having systematically gone through this, I can say it's not a guarantee that they will spawn at all. That would have been useful if it was the case, to be honest. If I go out here, like this is it. This was all of it. We went everywhere. So I'll come explore this way up into the final boss, because there were a couple of tiny spots I didn't actually, like, step. So we can at least clear the way for it. Hey, here's one of our items back. Oh. Huh. That's very interesting. So, that was one of our missing items. We haven't gotten one in a long time. I wonder if it has to be of a certain level to be found in a certain area. So a lot of these are actually first area items. Oh. That's very interesting. Very interesting if true. See, I'm just opening the way. Yeah, we can just return. So I've already got 4 parasite shields on. We'd only want 1 more anyway, but that's fine. Since we're gonna lose all of our materials anyway, I'm just gonna start fusing stuffs. And then I'm gonna do a great emptying of my inventory. So don't mind me, I'm gonna go back and forth a few times and see what I need to keep for sure. So daggers, chef, and the last few swords. So combat knife's not important. There's no reason to use a parrying over a katana. Looking at this, they're the same level. Kokiri is good because it has throw on it. The Kukri. It's probably Kukri. This one's good because it has the swallowtail on it. I'll keep that. These are rare item weapons. Damascus knife I'm leveling up. Iron plate blade was interesting in that it pairs well with itself. So this might be an option for one of my characters. I gotta go back and look to see if they can use it. But these were very interesting. We don't need survival knife. We don't. So cider blade we're still leveling up. Titanium hammer is not important at all. So now I'm going to go back and look at the next level of items, which is going to be the blunt ones. What do I need? Blackjack. That's the only one I haven't maxed, as well as like the more advanced ones. Okay. So I'm going through by category. This makes sense in my head, guys. Yeah, Morningstar doesn't matter. I'm keeping a combat encyclopedia because it has different stats that it goes for, so it might have a utility in the future when I think about it. Squeaky hammer could be used as an HP up item, so I'm going to keep it. So now we're going to go back and look at ranged weapons. So the only ones left are the Arbalist, the Shurikens, and that's all I need to remember for these. I thought so. So let's look at what we have left for the, nah, that was the wrong thing. For the injection spears. So the only ones I need are the Chikunte prototype ejectors, and I may have gotten rid of some of these, which is unfortunate. Ducius Gungnir, and the more advanced ones. Okay. So I've got a Chikunte out there in the wilderness somewhere. I hope this gets carried over to New Game Plus. Plus, I mean the second New Game Plus. As a continued lost item. I don't want to have to go grind it out. So I don't really want to keep the Hyper one. The Hyper one's actually not that good of an item. This one has Drug 2 on it though, so it's not bad. Venom Striker is interesting. I'll build a second one to give myself a second chance of it. This is one I've used a lot of. So let's go look at, well, not this, but let's go look at the next class. Should be the mechanical weapons. Nothing I am surprised by. Okay. Let's see if I can keep track of it. So the only flamethrowers to left are these two, and I was already saving those. Okay. These are a pretty strong, just basic weapon to keep. So like if I have a random person, this is not a bad one to give them because this like hits everyone. This one also does good, like a utility option for lowering defense and only costs 1 powder. Explosive, I guess they call it. So I think it's a good choice for that. I probably don't need 3 of these. 2 is probably plenty. Heat Axe I probably wouldn't want to use. I wouldn't want to use this as a weapon, but something that has drug 2 on an alternate isn't bad. I might hold on to this. I don't think I'd want to use the Hellhound though. That doesn't look useful. This one right here also doesn't look useful. Bridge burner, not useful. Okay, let's come back and look at drones. Drones seem a little complex, so let's take a peek at that. Each New Game Plus, there'll be less and less to save, so I won't have to worry about it. So Little Bomber I didn't max, but that was something I was wondering about. So these two are ones I was already saving, so are these, so nothing is surprising me here. So I just gotta make sure I save the Little Bombers. So Mayday 1 is not actually that good. We have better choices in general, like these Yakaras are just a better variant. It just has a higher damage to it. Okay, let's come look at the guns, I mean. Now the problem is that there's several classes of guns, so this is going to be a little annoying. Let's start with pistols. So laser, and these ones I kind of already figured. I don't need any of the previous ones, so let's sort out pistols real quick. The problem is with some of the Unity guns, I don't really want to use any of them. That's the real problem. So I'm keeping a lot of them to level up, but they're not useful to me. Okay, so let's come look at the shotguns. Don't need anything up until the Great Punch Kun, so these two right here are the only shotguns I need to keep. And I'm probably not going to use any of them. So it's these three, so I don't need to keep these hunting shotguns. I'm not going to use them. This Pankatsu gun. Let's take a look at that nonsense. What are you? Oh, it's just considered heavy firearm. I don't need it. So then we go down to... Okay, so these are considered heavy firearm. I see, I see. So I only need the ones from the T64 onwards. Good to know. I don't see a world where I want to use the sniper rifles. I didn't really care for like how the machine guns worked. But these were leveling up, so yeah, they're gonna stick with us. So now for the final weapon category, which is the shields. I don't think there's too much going on that I need to save here. I pretty much leveled most of them, but Fortress onwards. Fortress and Starbuckle are actually the only two I didn't max, and Aegis. So the other ones are just up to whether I want to utilize them occasionally. So I don't actually need to save this Riot Shield. at all. Don't need to build more anti-barricade, but they're actually pretty useful as a starter option, as an alternate, so I might not get rid of my maxed ones. I might make 2 and just hold on to them until I get better options later. The muscle suit A actually is not that useful. I'll keep 2 plate mails, that's fine. Okay, so that should be pretty cleaned up. Let's move to Ikebukuro. And we are going to get ourselves equipped for the final battle. So we have 8 pages worth of stuff. So when we restart, this is actually probably translate into less because there's more on each of those pages. So probably like 6 pages worth of items. And we'll see if the other items I had before actually stay in that listing. I hope they do. That would be kind of cool. Just because you didn't find it shouldn't actually penalize you from keeping it, in my opinion. So we're using the parasite shields for extra boosts to our damage, but I guess we should modify. Let's see what we can level up. Did we level up everything? Yeah, we did. Okay. So let's equip them. Yeah, they probably have plenty of survivability, so now let's give them more offense. So I'm thinking that the utility pulls are probably the best options for them as an alternate. So conversely, they want to have the stick again. But rib bone was one of them was going to use. That's right. Trying to see like which one I like better. I think with the rib bone is it gets 1 more attack and a potential heal, so it might be a better option for her. I think there was another item I was gonna look at, so give me a second to just peek through. Use these iron plate blades, because like these these just have a chance to just keep stacking these extra attacks in, so this could be an interesting option for a more attack heavy one. So I might actually do that. Because I guess you'd probably want to use 2 of them, to be honest. Or you'd want to use something that gave you dual wielding, so that might actually be the case. Dual wielding execution. Dexterity. So what we're trading here is a little extra a decent amount of extra HP for more attacks. So I think I'm going to do that because she starts with more HP. So I might just raise her threat level a bit in exchange for this. Make one of them tankier and one of them more deadly. Now the only question left is, do I want to use this or do I want to use the stick? This might be the better balance. Because it actually gets an attack on it too. And it's just has higher damage, so yeah, I think this is the setup I'm currently going with. Checking them for what they got going on. Okay, we are going to give this a try. After having carefully opened each of the closed doors, it seems this is the deepest part of the dungeon. You find yourself in a nauseating, blood-soaked room. Ogu Chabito. You are curious about the origin of its strange name. The dead bodies of questers are strewn around the room. They must have challenged this thing, only to be killed and eaten by it. Considering its size, you might be able to hold out hope to obtain the relic that it's currently swallowing. This will be the last battle in this dungeon. Time to face the challenge. Hello, let's jump in. This is more of a puzzle and trying to survive. So this will lower defense even though they're... I don't know if I can hit the same enemy more than once, but I will try to see what it does. So we're gonna roar, we're going to destroy armor. Then we're going to just attack. We should be okay for the first round at least. Let's see what happens. These two have a lot, like, okay, so we got a lot of hatred on them, which is actually pretty useful. Yep, you got bopped. That's fine. So it didn't lose much defense from that. Ah, this is gonna be a painful round. Oof. So this might be a case where we don't have a lot of sustain. Maybe that's the problem. So we might have to rethink things anyway. Because like this right here might be a case where we need to back off a bit on using our supplies and... Like, this is gonna be a rough round, so maybe raising our defense could be a good play. That's actually interesting. So we might be able to do this. This might actually come in handy. So maybe we'll start doing this a bit, because we got plenty of purification powder. That's not the problem. And they can take a few hits, so we're just gonna We're just gonna roll through with this. Let's hope this goes well. As long as we didn't die, this is probably fine. So you're gonna hit everyone again, but I don't think anyone will die from it. I guess that's what matters. So we're gonna keep doing this kind of thing for now. You are back in business. Well, they didn't die. That's pretty much all that really mattered in the end. And we're most... Oh, this is gonna be a bad round. Oh, no. Well, there's not much I can do about it. I mean, you could switch your attack for a patience. There's not only so much they can do, like they're already doing all their defensive stuff that they can. So we don't need to Calm Mind because they're fully healed up. What I could do is another first aid, I guess, but I guess that's it. I'm going for it. Yeah, and if we gotta run, we gotta run. But I mean, I won't know how bad it is till we're in it. Well, I thought it was gonna be worse, to be honest. Oh, this round could be absolutely terrible, though. Raise your defense, do this. Okay, what else can I do? I don't have any chance of actually killing it this round. Oh, you missed. Well, in this case, I'm gonna have to try to avenge my fallen. We're going all in. I'm out of batteries. Oh, well that's a thing. But I should be able to make one. That should be fine. Huh. Well, it only has one attack going on. We shouldn't die from this anyway. I don't think we're out damaging it though, so that's the problem. So I might be better off retreating, but I'll retreat after this if necessary. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, we're gonna return to base camp and restore our resources. We're gonna reevaluate at least one thing. What other options did we have for 1+ option? So it was this one, right? It's not ideal. But we're probably fine with what we got going on. So what we could use is someone that can actually make drugs. And that was the problem that we had, so I think I need to change what she has, and that is what would help us. It's like this Venom Striker was good before, and it's a good general purpose one, but I think we need something more specialized for her. So one of these will give me what I want. So this lets you raise someone. This lets you... Drug formulation might be what we wanted, actually. Because that'll let us make more drugs. Comes down to which of these has better things for us. These are basically the same thing, almost. Like, all three of these are pretty similar. So it comes down to which one is actually stronger. So I guess it is just this injection sphere. So now we know to keep one of these. So this is probably the strongest of this. So yeah, if we could spend our turns making drugs, it'll raise our passive healing, which would have helped. Another thing is maybe I need to switch off to more defense than I did. Because like, while this was cool, maybe it was helping, maybe the other one would have been better because I would have had 40 more hit points. So we tried it. And it wasn't terrible. But let's give the other one an option. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting puzzle, so it is worth figuring out. So hopefully this goes a little better for us. So we're going to do Roar, we're going to use Destructive Force, and we're going to attack. You are going to Roar, do something similar. So we're just gonna get ourselves making drugs out the door. I think that is a fair beginning. So yeah, we're gonna try not to use our resources too very much. But like, if we have extra turns like this, we should... So like, this is a bad turn, we're gonna get hit really hard, so I'm gonna actually put their defenses up. So like, some of these turns we're just gonna try to like wait it out and hope for the best. Not raise our hate on our attack damage dealers. Yeah, see, that went pretty decently. Okay. So the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna first aid on our other turns. Keep healing up people. It's like this one's also gonna hit pretty hard, so we're not gonna change too very much. Well, he missed on a bunch of them, so this is not going terribly. And he's doing the same thing, so we're just going to keep at this. Like, we are losing some energy. We're going to have to start dealing with that soon. But this is currently working. So what do we got going on? So no one's actually hurt. We don't have the first aid. The drugs are going to help us keep from having to heal people, though. Like, it'll keep us topped off as long as our people stay alive. So we'll get extra turns to just attack, as long as we don't lose people. Because we're at the point where everyone gets 120 healed every turn. This is going to be a bad turn, guys. Just gonna put that out there. I'm not even gonna have you attack, we're just gonna go straight to this. That should save on our energy consumption a bit. So unless he misses a bunch, we're gonna have some problems, maybe. I had a feeling. It is at least one of the tanks, though, so, like, resurrecting them shouldn't be a big issue. So we can do Calm Mind to heal ourselves, too, potentially. We have probably enough drugs. We will go back to making them next turn. This is a less damaging turn than before, so we're gonna actually switch to making our own energy as well. So this will... So we're gonna switch over to attacking now. So the three of us, we're gonna go back to this strategy. If we keep at this, we'll probably be okay, though. Yeah, as long as he didn't kill anyone. Yeah, these are just single attacks. I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, so he's doing status ailments right now. This isn't going to matter at all, so we can actually go back from not doing this. We can just completely offload on him. Well, we can't completely offload, but we can do more damage. Because like I said, we have a flow of battery issue. But we did it. So we got that. Cool beans. We did it! Ugo Chabito ceases its death throes and collapses. While dissecting the corpse, you find a large amount of soil inside. It's clean and uncontaminated. There's also a bag labeled as tomato seeds. What a bonus! These are precious commodities that are rarely found anywhere these days. There's a huge manhole near where Ugo Chabito was sitting. As you open it nervously, you find a stairway leading deep underground. This dungeon seems to have more depth, but you don't think you can travel further in your vehicle's current state. You want to move forward, but you decide it's best not to overdo it. As far as loot goes, you have acquired more than enough. You close the manhole cover as gently. The questers decide to turn back. Credit roll. So yeah, we're gonna head into the next New Game Plus now that we solved that puzzle. So I think that strategy worked much better, as evidenced by the fact that we didn't die. But yeah, I'm gonna get into New Game Plus 2. I'm gonna get situated with the first round, and once I get into town and save it, then I will be ending this particular stream. But yeah, the first New Game Plus was interesting because it played differently. And I think I understand the game's mechanics a whole lot more. So I think it's going to get more and more difficult with each New Game Plus, which is probably intended. I think by the time it's like New Game Plus 3 or 4, it'll be really, really challenging. It's a little hard to tell exactly how challenging it'll be at this stage, but I have suspicion it's going to be pretty rough. I don't know if it's an additive increase or if it is a multiplicative, so I'm interested. At least as far as the HP is involved, because it'll either be a 1.6 times increase or it'll be like a 1.78 or something like that. So now we're at New Game Plus 2. Why not? Who's going to stop us? I like how there's 24 characters, but it says the maximum number of characters that can appear is 25. Okay, so only one accessory of each type will be retained, so it doesn't matter if I try to save the other ones. Understood, understood. Makes sense. I don't know what it means by modifications. Is it just means the ones I plussed? But it kept a bunch of ones I didn't have pluses. I don't know if this all items are adjusted for rarity based on progression, though. Weapons are discovered in order of priority. So we got 5 pages of items. I can look through this and probably determine like if it saved the ones that I was working on before that I didn't pick up. See, I didn't pick up the little bomber plus 2, did I? I don't remember. I had 2 dagger plus 2, so maybe it didn't keep the other ones. Unfortunate, it's fine. Maybe that's these at the end. Maybe. Okay, so who do we have on us? We have These 5. Okay. So 2 of these were really good last time. Let's get outfitted real quick, because I don't think you start out wearing anything. What do we have on us? So someone's gonna... Oh, since we only have 5 people and 5 accessories, I guess... Oh, that's right, the first one's kind of glitchy because it doesn't actually give you the names. Okay. What do we got for skills? Just roar? What I find interesting is, yeah, they aren't in the order of who's, like, in the party currently. So let's do that just for the party currently. This is not the party I would have made, guys, so the first round's gonna be a little whatever. So the same characters start at the same max level, so like they can get different mounts. So he actually has 2 good skills to start with. So he's not a bad one. But yeah, we're gonna definitely put our best stuff on them. So once you get in and out, like, it does update what they're carrying, but as you can see, it was a little weird. So the 3 items that we kept were the prototypes, the drug making, and this. Although I had a level 3 drug making too. Or was it +2? That's fine. I'm gonna put a blackjack on, get that on there. We're going to go with nothing seems that good from what I have, so... We don't have any drones, for instance. Oh, we have 1 drone. Okay. What else do we have that they can use? Guess I can give you an injector for now. Why did you appear now? That's weird. Oh well. I guess expecting it to make sense is not happening, so yeah. So they're just wearing whatever, basically. Just to have things to use. Back to breaking blocks. This could be bad. We don't want to deal with you. Yeah, I don't think we can deal with this guy on the first day, unfortunately. Not without something better going on than what we currently have. So this could be real bad if that's all they want to throw at us. So this is an example of having almost no weapons, so like this is gonna be a little rough for a while. We need to find some stuff, guys. Also, it would help if I was able to set up which team I was using. We didn't get to do that. I really wanted to get the gem guy, but we have no chance of getting to him. I guess we'll try it. Maybe I've been running for no reason. Or maybe I had a great reason for running and that this is gonna go incredibly badly, it looks like. Yeah. We're getting sent back. Yeah, that round was kind of a bust. That could be a problem. So yeah, we are going to need a healer. We do want a stealer, but not this stealer. Ah. Now this is gonna be kind of rough, guys. So let's remove the equipment from random people. Let's see what we can do. So I'm just gonna equip people. I'm not gonna actually keep playing on this time. I'm just gonna get some stuff on. Yeah, not my favorite. He doesn't have that many useful skills. Considering that only first aid doesn't use drugs, I guess that's useful a little bit. Let's make sure I actually equipped this guy. Did not. Yep, this is where we're gonna call it for this stream. I hope you guys all have a lovely day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, we're gonna have a real rough time.